Hello everyone, good morning. It's Wednesday, December the 6th, 2021. It's been 4 weeks since the last video, and we're blessed to be alive this beautiful morning. So, the last time I recorded was 2020. We are now in 2021, which reminds me, Happy New Year to everybody. And I give thanks, praise, and glory to our Father for blessing us with another year, for allowing us to make it past last year. So today isn't going to be a traditional video. I've dealt with a lot of business matters, which I want to speak on other videos. It's been a lot of trial and error with this RSX. So today's video is actually about the sale of the right-hand drive RSX. It's still not complete, but it's almost getting there. I'll explain in a little bit. So let's go ahead and turn the camera to the RSX. It is a 2004 right-hand drive converted RSX. It has a rebuild title. What I'm going to do is I've made a list, and the purpose for the list is because I'm the kind of seller that I like to point out each and every single thing that bothers me about the car, only because for the next person, my prospective buyer, if they're not content with the car, if they're not happy in having purchased from me, I'd rather them not purchase from me. I'd rather them not buy the car. I'm the kind of person that I'd rather point out every single detail to you up front so that you know you're able to take this car home, you're able to actually pay attention to what's required and not be here, playing any guessing games or anything like that. I've been fucked over a lot in my life, and one of the things that I've always told myself is that if I'm going to make a difference, if I'm going to do anything better than the previous person, it's going to be truth, transparency, and be upfront about absolutely every single thing, so that this vicious cycle of passing on shit doesn't go to the next person. It stops with me. So regardless of whatever I've been through in my own life personally, I would never ever wish that on anybody else, and I've already explained that on past videos. So the hood's open, so let's go ahead and give it a cold start. This video was actually supposed to be posted on Monday. I did record a video on Monday, although, man, I ran into I had to take my wife to the ER, and it was just a trip. It's something I'm going to make another video on. So it's a cold start. I learned my lesson from Monday. I actually only had this motor started for about 30 seconds, and I touched the header, the exhaust manifold on the other video, and man, my dumbass got burnt. So we're not going to make the same mistake this time. I'm not going to make the same mistake this time. Just to show you all, it's cold. Ah! Nah, I'm just playing around. Anyways, so like I said, it's an 04 right-hand drive converted. Some of the things that I don't like, and that I will point out, I've made a list in preference for being prepared for this video, is the rebuild title, of course. And I'll go ahead and read out everything as I get to there. So first, let's just go ahead and try giving it a cold start. And you will hear the motor sounding louder. What happened is, as I was putting back in the airbox, I forgot that I needed an O2 extension. So it's one of the last things that I also as well ordered. So right now the O2 sensor isn't on. Whoa, this thing's in gear. Oh man. So the ABS and the SRS will remain on. Those have been deleted. That's not actual mileage. I couldn't tell you the actual mileage. When I purchased this vehicle, I mean, I'm assuming this probably isn't even the original speedometer. And let me see here. Let me refer to this list, that way okay, yes. One of the things on the list is the glove box latch. I had to gut that glove box in order to fit the fuse box and the K-Pro in there. And the latch that it had, the handle was broken. So right now that needs to be replaced. Another thing is the center console. Right here, as you can see, the center console is cracked. And it's missing this little emergency brake piece right here. Any other stuff in the interior? The windshield. That's the reason I haven't put on the windshield moldings, in anticipation of either changing this out or, you know, reducing it for my potential buyer, prospective buyer. The door panels, the reason that those aren't on, which there they are by the way, is because these are 0506 mirrors, and before I got the car repainted I didn't realize that, so now I have to repin them. And rather than, I don't want to deal with auto electric. Rather than, you know, cause a short somewhere, I might as well just take it in. I do want to point out that the car really is dirty, but once again, I mean, obviously there's no point in detailing this car if it's not even able to be driven yet. Part of the reason that it's been 4 weeks, and getting back to that trial and error that I was telling you about, was because what the last video I left off needing a clutch line. So I ordered a right-hand drive stainless steel clutch line, HEL Racing from Tigawa, United Kingdom. Came in, and I come to find out that the clutch master cylinder is no good. The push rod fell out. So I went ahead and said, oh, well, you know what? Now would be the time to upgrade it to a EM2 clutch master cylinder. So I went ahead and ordered the EM2 clutch master cylinder, and that came in. Well, it turns out there's a difference between USDM and JDM clutch master cylinders. So 2 weeks turned into 4 weeks. I finally got in the right-hand drive, the JDM clutch master cylinder, put it on. I was able to bleed the system, got a new slave cylinder, and I come to find out that, like I said, when I was putting on the airbox, I forgot to order an O2 extension, and I also as well realized that the throttle cables from USDM and JDM are different. So being that the engine bay is shaved and tucked, I went ahead and ordered a K-tuned throttle cable for right-hand drive, and fortunately that was in the US, so it'll be in soon. I'm gonna, as you'll see from other videos, when I replaced the floors, I went ahead and dynamatted everything. I ordered a big old bulk pack of Dynamat, so I might as well dynamat the trunk area, which I'll do before, you know, finishing off all the last details. But what else can we get to in this list? Okay, the paint chips. I know there's one right here, and while I'm here, I'll point out the fender. These fenders were rolled, so it bothers me that this body line doesn't match up with the bumper. Let me when I was working on this car, I accidentally dropped a ratchet right here, caused the paint chip. And there's another paint chip right here and right here. And it's pretty shitty, you know, considering that this is a $3,000 paint job. What else do we have on the list? The OEM seats, they make noise every time you get in and get off. Squeak, I hate that. The hood. So the engine, the swap that this car has is a K24A2 with a K20 head. And I'll post up all the details as far as what this swap consists of. But one of the things that bothers me is that when obviously the K24 sits a couple of millimeters higher, and on the right, on the drive, whatever, on this side, you'll see that the body lines match up beautifully. but on this side the motor's hitting the hood, so I don't like how that body line, I guess, essentially doesn't match up. What else? You know, I just recalled something as I was explaining to you all, and it slipped my mind once again. But nonetheless, the asking price is $13,000, and I'll be sure to list each and every single detail that I've put into this car. I've put in, so much time into making this car to my liking. I never anticipated having to sell it, but as you all know, I'm trying to not only find stability in my own life, but I'm trying to help others, give others an opportunity, because one of my things, or one of my beliefs, is that in order to spark change, to make change in our lives, it starts at the family level. So how else can people actually make a difference? Well, one, they need to set aside their selfishness and focus on their families. You know, obviously, if you're there in your children's lives, if you're there, pretty much a family man, you're going to build morals and values, and that's more of what we need in this country. So, getting back to what I was telling you guys, I'm reaching out to you all because essentially I need somebody to help me so that I could help others. Not necessarily help, because I will tell you, this car, despite all the flaws that it does have, I've really put it all into this car. So you guys, I will tell you, you guys are getting a good car that runs as you would expect it to be. I will put on some 0506 mud flaps once I get around to it. I actually had some 0506 front and rear lips. As you can see, are paint matched to the car, and I don't make it a habit of calling any companies out, but man, the fitment is very poor, sucks. So I'm not even going to call out or mention any names, but those will be included in the sale. So just in the event that I'm not able to get the asking price for this car, I'm also as well ready to part out. So I've taken the initiative to list the swap ahead of time prior to listing the car. I'll sell the sucker stock. We'll part out these headlights, these RLX Joe Light headlights, those Graham lights, brand new tires, part out everything. Red carpet, ITR rear seats, whatever and however I do this to not only make a change in my own life, but assist other people in giving them an opportunity that they have yet to receive. I'm going to do it. So there it is, everybody. I hope you all have a good day. Talk to you all later.